How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? Bear with me. I'm just going to get the stream set up properly. I probably should do this before I start going, you know? That would probably be a good idea, right? That probably would be. Just bear with me. You guys know the drill. You know the drill. Right. Honestly, YouTube Stream Tab doesn't play nice with me. I really wish it did, but it don't. So you're going to have to bear with me just for a moment so I can see the chat and we can get cracking, everybody. I hope you're all doing well, having a lovely morning, afternoon, day, night, wherever you're at in the world. I hope it's going well. I am just going to get the community post rolled out and we'll get cracking. We'll get cracking. There's my stream URL. Lovely. Okay. Okay. Okay, community post. Okay, bang. Look at that. We're done. How are we all doing, everybody? Charlie, what's up, my man? Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure. This seems to be the consensus right now. There we go. We can have that up now. Oh my God, I'll work on that green screen. But yeah, this seems to be the consensus right now. UFC YouTube channel removed their free fight with Nate Diaz, which obviously they put out in promotion for a pay-per-view. That got removed. Radio silence from Dana White and co. McGregor is... Obviously, the press conference in Dublin was cancelled, which was the sort of first inkling we had. But a lot of stuff's come out today. The rumour mill is swirling. Obviously, we don't know for certain. There's not been an official announcement of that kind. I'm actually going to... Come on, let's get a nice one. There we go. Yeah, this, as far as we know, we don't know for sure. I'm waiting on that official announcement, but we will find out. Do know... but 302 was so boring. They owe this. I mean, the main card of 303, don't get me too excited, so... I'm not too mad. Where's your sources? I want to say Twitter, and I know that sounds bad, but they were from some journalists. And obviously there was a lot of just discourse in general. But why have I been signed out of everything on Twitter? What's this about? Sick one. Okay, apologies for that. I don't know. You can look at yourself, but there seems to be a lot of swirling debate going on around it. Almost finished a new pod episode. Got to the part where you put the man sleep mask on. I'm glad you were watching. That was quite fun. It was a good episode, actually. We ended up chatting for way longer than we ended up thinking we would. So there you go. Haircut. Yeah, I did. Actually went to hairdressers today. The first time I went to a hairdressers. I've sort of just got the sides trimmed down and the front trimmed down. Kept most of the length at the back. We're looking fly. We're looking good. Well, maybe I got a little bit too short, but we're cooking. We're cooking. Don't ever disrespect Connor with that thumb. I get it's unacceptable. Shush. Good. I can't see the rest of it. Good cut, although it looks better now. Yeah, it was getting a little bit too messy. I can't lie. A little bit too long. I like it though. I'm missing my curls though. They'll come back though. Need a little bit of length. But yeah, I mean, if you guys know anything that I don't about this McGregor news, hit me with it. I would love to know. I'm just trying to sign back into my Twitter because for some reason I've just been signed out of it. I really don't know why that is, but here we are. Weird. I can't even remember my fucking Twitter, which is great. Why am I... Oh my God. This is a pain in the ass. You know what? I'll do this later. You lot are more important right now. You lot are more important. 303 cancelled. Yes, it is. Well, I don't know for certain, Larry, but it seems to be an imminent announcement happening, right? That seems to be what everything's pointing towards. I don't know. I really hope that's not the case. I really want this fight to happen. If it doesn't, man, I don't know. You can no longer pre-order 303 on ESPN Plus. Yeah, that was it. That's the thing, Toad. Good to see you as well, by the way. That was the thing I forgot. Yeah, you can't even pre-order 303 on ESPN Plus anymore, which was, for me, smoke and barrel a little bit almost, right? How do you know McGregor injured? Well, that seems to... No one knows what the reason is, but that seems to be the rumor mill swirling. I don't know for certain. I can't say for certain. There's not been an official announcement. I don't claim to know. But it's not looking good, is my point. All the signs are pointing towards the fight not happening, so... Okay, Larry. Okay. Okay, brother. Chandler versus Chandler? Imagine, bro. I mean, it's one of those things where if we lose the main event like that, there's no way the whole card just probably won't happen. You think back to John Jones when he was scheduled to fight. I included this in my video. I should know this. Who was he meant to fight? Was it Sonnen? Sonnen the first? Or Sonnen? No, Sonnen was stepping in. Jones was meant to fight somebody. I can't remember who it was. And the fight never ended up happening. And because Jones said he couldn't do it, and they ended up having to cancel the whole card. And Jones caught a load of shit from it as a result. I don't know. It sort of almost rings the same bells, right? What's up, Mexican food truck, my brother? How are you doing? How are you doing, man? Again, I'm just gonna try and get into my fucking Twitter. What the hell? I cannot remember for my life. Why has it done this? Has something happened? Have I been banned? For no, that sounds nefarious. I shouldn't be banned. I don't do anything particularly egregious on Twitter. I don't really tweet at all, to be honest. I mean, I never even use my Twitter anyway. To be honest, I'm very inactive on it. I just read MMA tweets. That's all I do. What is my password, man? Hopefully you guys can't see this. Great, that's not working. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Gotta definitely test it positive. Yeah, that's the other debate you could see. I don't know. Fuck knows, honestly, man. VC, what's going on? Rumor mills are swirling, and there's a lot of signs pointing towards McGregor Chandler not happening. That seems to be the case. You can't pre-order the card anymore on ESPN Plus. Press conference got cancelled. What else did I say? What was the other thing I said? Listen, point is there's a lot of factors at play that look like the fight's not going to go ahead, and I won't be surprised if we get an official announcement today, honestly, or tomorrow. Dan Henderson. Yes, it was Henderson. Good pick. Good shout. Yeah, you got better not remembering them than I do. Pereira could probably save the card. Pereira versus Smith. Imagine, bro. What a timeline we'd be if that was the case, right? Telling you ain't cancelled. Trust. Listen, I hope not, right? I hope not. But MMA, sometimes we don't get what we want. Khabib Ferguson is the perfect example. Yeah, it's still on the website. Yeah, but we've had a history of that happening. And say, oh yeah, it's still on the website. That doesn't mean shit. Volk's gonna save the card. Yeah, we'll just hear what's the fucking song? Land Down Under. Is that the name of the song? You know what I'm talking about. Is it just called Down Under? It's just Down Under, isn't it? Yeah, Men at Work. Yeah, imagine that would be something. No other fight can save the card. I don't know, man. Listen, I agree. If the gets cancelled, they'll bin the whole event off, honestly, because the card itself, they always do this. I've said this before. They always do this with the McGregor cards. They don't stack it particularly high because they know people are going to buy it anyway because McGregor's on it. So McGregor Oliveira, bro, I would love to see that fight. I'd rather that than Chandler, to be honest. I think that's a banger. And no disrespect to Chandler. I think McGregor Chandler innately is an awesome fight. So we'll see, but I don't know, man. MMA, bro. It keeps us on our toes. You can say a lot of things about it, but, you know, it's... the fight game is something, right? It is something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Oh, my God. There we go. Let me get my stream chat back up. Now we go. Now we're good. We're good. Would I drink proper 12 that gets announced? No, bro. I'm not breaking my sobriety. It's been like a year since I've had a drink. Why would I stop now? And that's every time I say this, it sounds like I was an alcoholic or some shit. No, I just don't like alcohol that much. So I just thought I'd just stop forever, you know? If McGregor won a belt again, I probably would. That would be, I don't believe it. Thoughts on my playlist? Yeah, I saw actually. Some good songs in there, my man. Good songs. You've got a wide range, though, I got to say. But anything with Radiohead, I like, bro. That's some good shouts. Give me McGregor Diaz late this year. I'd all for that. I'd love that fight. Both guys are washed, so it'd be perfect. He's done. Fight's not going to happen. Yeah, I think so. Damn, we've got 27 people in here. What the hell? Yeah, if you can, by the way, liking the stream would be awesome. I wish we had Ariane here to reinforce that. But if you guys can like the stream, hit the little like button at the bottom. That would mean it would be push more people. We have bigger conversation in there. It'd be awesome. So thank you. Entire card cancelled or just a presser? Presser at the moment, but we don't know. We don't know, Noah. For the rest of it, we don't know. But all the factors that I've seen, people putting on their detective hats. This seems to be what's happening. Everything's pointing towards the fight or potentially the entire card being cancelled. And to be honest, I don't know how it can be the former. I don't know how you can just cancel that fight. When you look at how weak that card is without the fight, the main event, everyone's paying for McGregor, not the other fights on there. The other one is barely even a fight night, and that's generous. So yeah, I feel like they would cancel it because the amount of money invested into that event, only for the main event, the main attraction, the main showing, not even being there. I think you see where I'm going with it, right? The GOAT, MG, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Collab with Guru? Nah. I said I wouldn't. Our content ain't the same, man. Hi, does anyone know actually what's happening with the event? Throwaway? you could honestly, I wish I could link you some sources right now. There's a bunch of stuff going on, but there's a lot of rumors and stuff going on. I don't want to repeat myself too much for the new people stream, but I'll just run it down for you. You can't pre-order the card anymore on ESPN Plus. Obviously, the press conference got cancelled the other day, which is the first inkling we had. Radio silence from Dana and co. So they're obviously scrounging something together or trying to do something, is my guess. And there was the other thing I said. I can't remember what it was. Blake, love your videos, lad. Whereabouts in the UK? I am from South London, my man. South London. Sorry, guys. I got a cold today, so I'm a little bit sniffly. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm from London. Born and bred. Looking at moving out, though. I want to stay in London, but, man, it's so expensive. Man, it's so expensive. I was looking at Liverpool, like, just to see how cheap it was. It's not even funny how much cheaper it is up in there. I mean, obviously, it's not as nice, personally, but, you know, you get my point. Guru lives in Croydon, does he? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice. Have I been to Watford? No, I haven't. No, it's a little bit far out. It's a bit too far out for me. I don't want to dox myself, so I'm not going to say where I live, obviously. But I probably should have I've narrowed it down maybe a little bit too much. Yeah, I'm actually from a foreign country. No, I'm joking. I'm waffling. Yeah, but I've been in London all my life. Big city. It is a big city. That's true. It is true. None of you better not come and knock down my door, bro. Please, let's not do that. Live in Miami? Nice. I've been there. Went to Miami a few years ago. Nice place. Just fucking hot, man. Very hot. Yeah, there you go. I'm not built for it. Look at my skin, man. Do I train martial arts? Yes. I mean, I have been out of the game for a little while due to various injuries and medical stuff, but I have about 2 years of jiu-jitsu experience on my belt, on and off. So in total, probably consistent training over an actual period of training, probably about a year and a bit, a year and a half, maybe a bit less. But I've been training over since 2020, since September 2022, right? Or 2021, September 2021. Yeah. Damn, is it September 2021? Shit, yeah, it is. Crazy. Yeah, since then. But I haven't trained properly in a year because I've been out. So, did I get a haircut? I did. Went to the hairdressers today. Need your blessings for last few exams? They're irrelevant anyway, but good luck, my man. Living in Niger at the moment for the next 2 months. That's pretty hot over there too, right? Enjoy it, though. Awesome, man. Thanks for the info. You absolutely rock. Love watching your stuff. Throw it, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words. Good stuff in the pipeline. I promise you that. We got a cool video this week. No video next week, sadly, because I am away, going on a little break. But we'll be business as usual. I will be writing while I'm out there, so don't worry. The content grind isn't stopping. Just one video, only one video for this week, and then we'll have to see what happens. But I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Love the positivity in the chat today. Thank you. Hope you get back soon. Who, me? I will. Don't you worry about that. How good is Islam? Very. Let's not get it twisted. He's one of the best in the world. I say he's pound for pound number one. As much as Dana White might dispute that. Let's be real. He is the pound for pound number one. 3 title defenses at lightweight against the greatest featherweight of the modern era. No disrespect to Jose Aldo. And, of course, beating a legend in Dustin Poirier, who probably has the best resume at lightweight. I don't think you could discredit Islam. I think you have to put him at pound for pound number one. You've got to base it off activity. Jones hasn't been active. Sure, you can talk about legacy and how good he's been in the past, but come on, this is a different John Jones, and he hasn't fought since 285, UFC 285. You know, like, he can't be at the top of the list. Dana White coming out with bullshit every day. It's nothing new, but God, that pisses me off. I got 30 out of 70 in my chem exam because I was watching 302 an hour before. That's kind of base, bro. Don't worry, I sucked at chemistry. So, listen, I'll tell you this now. School ain't that big of a deal, bro. Don't even think about it. You need to just get the grades you want to get into university that you want to get. And if you want to go to university, you don't have to. My school made it they tried to condition you into thinking that university is the only path in life. And I'm telling you, it's not. Look what I'm fucking doing. This is not far off a living, all thanks to all of you. So, I mean, we're a little bit far away from that, but we're getting there is my point. We're on the path. And I wish I didn't go to university as a result because I would have had 3 years of time to do this instead. So think about that. Again, I'm rambling, but don't worry too much. Don't stress too much about exams. If you're not still doing school, still doing all that shit, don't worry about it. I did school and then I did uni, and I kind of wish I didn't do any of it. Presser cancelled. You can't buy the pay-per-view. Yeah. Deleted McGregor free fights. That was the other thing I mentioned, wasn't it? Prepare for disappointment. Exactly. Leon versus Islam. I said Leon before. With a bit of uncertainty now after Saturday night, I go Leon even more certain, 100%. I think he has the skills to match Islam pretty much everywhere. I think Islam was naturally a better grappler, but Leon's a bit bigger, and that size difference will help him and negate the slight margins of skill difference between them on the mat. So I do think Leon gets it done. I think he has a good chance of finishing him, actually. I think he could finish him late. I know, call him crazy a little bit, but we want some one championship guides. I would, but I'm not knowledgeable enough. I wanna. I always say this. I want to create content on stuff that, one, I'm passionate about. No pun intended. Two, the stuff I'm very knowledgeable about. And UFC, I am with both. One championship, I don't claim to be an expert because I'm not. And I like watching one championship highlights. I think they're really cool. I love what they're doing. But personally, I don't know enough about it. And that would take a lot of time to research. So maybe I will in the future. But that's not part of the plans at the moment. But we're doing some cool stuff. Cool stuff in the pipeline. Next week's video is going to be very fun. There's a million biggest YouTube in the UK. Brother, I wish. Yo, what's up, Tom? When's merch dropping? I don't know. That's an idea. Would you guys want to see that? I don't know what I would do if I was going to do merch. I've always thought about making clothes, and I'd probably make something on something I really care about. It would probably wouldn't be really related to the channel, but I want to be designed something I'd actually be proud of. That is what I would actually merch-wise do. I did think about writing a book. That was part of my plan this year. I wanted to write a book because writing is obviously my main. It's my core of everything with my videos, right? So that's something I considered. In fact, the history of the UFC video, I kind of want to do as a book, but obviously much longer, much more expanded. And I want to write that over the year, but I don't feel like my writing skills are there yet. They're good, and they've improved massively, but they're not yet. Just got on, have no idea what's happening with 303. If you scroll up in the chat, if you can see the rest of the chat, you can probably see, because I've explained it a million times. I don't want to repeat myself. But basically, I'll run through it again. Basically, you can't buy the pay-per-view anymore. You can't pre-order it. Free fight with Nate Diaz is gone off YouTube. It's been privated. The press conferences was cancelled. Radio silence from the brass, the UFC brass. So that's the lowdown. So a lot of signs pointing to the fight not happening at the moment. Yeah, I know. So many people. 43 of you guys. I appreciate the love. If you are new here and you don't watch the videos, I make really in-depth, high quality. Well, I'll pat myself on the back there. High quality documentary style UFC content once a week. And we stream 3 times a week: Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time every week. And the podcast on Sunday. So if you are here and you are new, welcome aboard. Hit the subscribe button if you wish, and I appreciate it. Help me escape casual status. that was always my aim with my content, so I'm glad. I always smile whenever I see comments on the same vein as that. So thank you. What I studied at uni, I did game design, my man. It was fun. My first passion is games. I love video games. MMA is my second. But I realized I fell out of love with it as doing it as a job, so I didn't. And I wanted to keep the love as a hobby. And I'm glad I did. Loki, I'd buy it. Thank you. If you're talking about the merch, that is. I'd be considering it. Or the book. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas for that, anything you'd want to see, potentially, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, my bad, for making you repeat yourself, brother. Carl, don't even sweat it, brother. Thank you for being here. That's all. That enough is, I'm indebted. So you're here spending your time with me, waffling about MMA and random shit. So that's you're doing more than enough. You don't got to apologize for nothing. Just subbed. Sahas, welcome aboard, my man. You're in for a treat. I promise you that. Just don't watch my old videos. They suck. Don't watch my old stuff. It's terrible. And I sound like I'm half asleep in every single one of them. So don't worry about that. But yeah, some cool stuff in the pipeline. We're making some really cool shit this year. This year's been awesome. Again, I don't want to self-glaze too much, but all thanks to all of you. This year, in terms of content creation, has been awesome. We've leveled up the game, made some really cool shit in the process, and a lot of stuff coming. I'm very excited. Even Dana didn't call the media lying scumbags yet. Yeah, that's another big sign, right? That's another big sign. Prime Nate Diaz would have beat the shit out of Khabib at 170. Absolute waffle, mate. Let's not take the piss. Come on now. The book? Okay, cool. Have you read any books? I'm not a huge book reader. And I used to be as a kid. I used to love reading. And I kind of fell out of love with it. I guess I just found video games and just never went back, right? Yeah, I'm not really a book reader, which is I love writing. It's weird. I love writing, but I don't really like reading too much. I mean, I like reading, but I don't read books like in my spare time. I spend most of that time, doing other stuff. So I don't know. I always feel like I'm wasting time whenever I'm doing something that's not productive, which sucks. It's a shitty mindset to have, but I can't help it. Make some merch or something. Teaser legend. No, we're not doing that again. You're not again. Not again. You're not getting me with that again. What the McGregor that fought Eddie? With the McGregor that fought Eddie beat Prime Tony? I'm assuming you mean. You got to pick one. I think Tony could drag him to deep waters, though, right? I really do. So who knows? I'd love to pick Tony in that fight. I'm gonna pick Tony just for the love of it. So Dana's love for cheating John Jones. Listen, they're trying to send him off perfectly, ride him off into the sunset, undefeated, give him that fairy tale ending. Is setting him as that forever immortalized as that UFC champion that never lost and whatever. Hence why they're making him duck Tom Aspinall, and hence why he's getting the shine in the press conferences. That's it. So I don't know why. I guess it's just from a marketing perspective. Holloway Diaz, that would be really fun, wouldn't it? That would be fun. Battle of the Chins, right? I think Holloway would probably put a clinic on him, but listen, whether Diaz would get finished or not, different story. Sport journalism, you'd love it, by the way. Yeah, I thought about doing that as well. In fact, to be honest, if YouTube ever doesn't work out or I ever pivot away from YouTube, let's hope I don't. But if I want to pivot away from that, sports journalism is 100% where I'd go. So that would probably be my next logical career path if I ever wanted to. And to be honest, I don't think I'd have a hard time getting into a role with all the experience I've gaining from all this writing and working and sharing it all with all of you. So there you go. Since some of the UFC spokesperson have been told anything, I wish, brother. I wish. Let Aspinall maul Jones. Indeed. Let him maul him, bro. Need the Joe Rogan background? We can do that. We can do that. Just for today, we can do it. Oh, that's me. There you go. There you go. He's here. He's here. John's his best opponent, his wife, real. Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck John Jones, man. Not literally. You know what I'm saying. Conor really about to pull out about talking shit about every relevant fighter and saying he'll fight 3 times this year. Yeah, I will say though about McGregor, and I firmly do believe this. Yes, he talks a big game on Twitter and all that shit. He says, I want to fight 3-4 times this year, whatever the fuck. Okay, we know that's bullshit. But whenever a fight gets signed, you cannot deny he never pulls out, right? He never backs away from the fight. So I don't think you can discredit him too much, right? Your face just ruined your voice for me. Rio, I apologize, mate. Can't help the way I look. So you can kindly either like the stream and stay and shut up, or you can leave. I don't care, mate. You can say what you want. It's all love. Thoughts on Poirier versus Volk? Ooh, mate. It's a great matchup. I love it. I'd go Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski would set a pace on him that Poirier can't. I do think when you look at Saturday night's performance, as good as Poirier looked, I do think even when you take into account the grappling that would have fatigued Dustin a lot, I do think Dustin just looked aged. His body looked slow. He looked tired. So that was, that's why I'd go Volkanovski. I still, as old as Volkanovski is, I do think he still can set that pace. He still looked quite fast. He still looked good against Ilia Topuria for the most part in that first round. So who knows? Then it's a joke. Made Islam and Volk for the pound number 1. I know, it makes no sense, right? I don't know. Listen, we don't know what they're like, bro. Terrified for his health? Who, Jones or McGregor? Definitely both, is what I'd say. What's up, Leo Blackbeard? What's up, my brother? Good to see you again. I'm kidding you, beautiful. I know I am. Thank you. New Poirier sleeps Volk? Nah, come on now. No blueprint. Good to see you, by the way, my man. No, I disagree, personally. But 30 viewers, you moved up in the world. Yeah, we were on more earlier. We had fucking 45, 46 in here earlier. Pretty nuts. Appreciate all of the new blood in the chat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Dana versus Tio would have won. In the boxing... Oh, where did my camera go there? Are we good? Oh, wait, no. My live stream... We're good. Ignore me. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I spoke about the boxing match when I did my... Was it my race video or my sacrifice video or my... I don't know. Something like that. When I did the Dana White video series. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because I don't think Tito's striking is all that. I mean... Call me crazy that Dana has a chance in boxing. Did my little workout 500 sets. 500 sets. Wow. I was in the gym earlier today as well. I only had time for a quick little session, so I was only there for like 40 minutes. But yeah, pretty good. Work the chest and triceps and shoulders. Thrown to Ferguson above. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I agree. I worry for yourself too. I mean, all 3 of them, really. Shout out to my big bro. 500 sets. That's something. That is something. I feel like Liam will care much. I could see it, Arjun. I could see it happening late in a fourth or fifth round, where Islam starts to slow and those striking holes start to open up. That's probably what I'd say. I'd say a 5th round finish or a decision. But I do think Leon definitely gets it done now. I'm very certain of that. Whatever's that shirt, cut looks clean though. What are you talking about, bro? You don't like the purple and orange? It's a nice little combo, bro. It's different. It's different, my man. Thank you though. Thank you. Went to hairdressers today. So first time. I'm sick of barbers fucking up my shit. So I was like, let's actually get to spend the extra money on a decent car. Videos are awesome. Forever subscriber. Rio, thank you so much, man. I forgive you. we're trying to improve. We're trying to improve the content every week. So I'm glad you enjoy them. Be fighting in the fall. So yeah, in April. Yeah, listen, he's the king of CTE. All right, even if he doesn't know it yet, because his brain has got too much scrambled eggs in it. But you know what I'm saying. I feel sorry for him a little bit. Yeah, did you guys see that mic drop? I could probably get this up, right? Where is that mic? You've probably seen this. This T Ortiz mic drop thing. It did the rounds on Twitter not that long ago. Again, I'm gonna try and line this up so you all can see it. Hang on a minute. Yeah, hang on. Can you see that? This mic drop. Oh my god. Yeah. Never change, Mr. Ortiz. Never change. Right, let me catch up with the chat there. From South London, you got those night texts? No, man. I fucking hate night texts. They're disgusting. I'm new to the channel. Should I leave like... Well, for one, I know you're not, but you should anyway. Rocking the mullet. I always was, but it kind of grew out too much and it looked like a mob, so... Fight cancelled. We don't know, Gaming Goat. We don't know just yet, but all pointers seem to look like it will be. We don't know. I hope not. For the sake of the fans, for the sake of MMA, right? And for the sake of seeing McGregor fight again. Because as much as you might like him or dislike him, it's Conor McGregor and you're always going to tune in. I think that's one thing we can all agree on. So I hope it isn't cancelled. Only Tio, indeed. Think about it. New Poro would beat Volk. No. Volk has kick advantage before his great kicks when used and can wrestle now. Yeah, true, but I think Volk would be too quick for him. Video based on CTE and long-term fighter damage. I would, but Mixed Martial Academic did a really good video on it, and someone else has done it too not that long ago. Not that I don't want to tread on any toes, but I feel like the topic's been covered, and I probably will in the future, but not now. It's one of the same thing. There's a lot of fighters and topics I want to cover, but they've already been done not too long ago, so I don't want to jump on them. Favorite fighter? Tom Aspinall. Then probably Tom Aspinall, Valentina Shevchenko, and then them two are my favorites. Probably Leon Edwards as well, and Arnold Allen. Again, I'm biased with the English fighters. There's a few, and Diego Lopez. He's up there. Can't not love that guy. He is a legend of the game. Nick Diaz returning? Yeah, Carl, he shouldn't, man. He shouldn't. He absolutely should not. That guy, even in the Lawler fight, it looked like a crime, right? I was uncomfortable to watch. Well, which is that? It is a Tissot. Nice one. I've had it for a while, actually. It's a bit beaten up, but I love it. So I don't see people who buy watches and then never wear them. It's dumb. I mean, to be honest, though, if it was really expensive, I probably wouldn't wear it too much. But you know, I like it. It's a nice watch. Where do you find inspiration for your vids? Any content creators you like? Yeah, so I do a lot of... The main thing I struggle with is actually idea generation. I spend a lot of time just sitting on YouTube scrolling. And my main focus, if you are trying to look into content creation, by the way, this is a great tip that I learned from a few people. Best way to generate ideas is to extrapolate concepts and formats from other niches and apply them to your own. So, for example, the 7 Deadly Sins one, that did really well. And I knew it would do really well because I saw someone do the format again, but it was with rappers. I was like, that would be a great idea. Fits MMA. MMA's full of bad eggs, bad characters. So why not? Let's try it. And look, it did pretty well. So extrapolating concepts and formats from other niches is probably the best advice I give. That's how I tend to do it. I don't tend to look within MMA niche as a whole. I used to, but when I was chatting with Mixed Martial Academic, he told me about that. He said, don't look in the MMA niche itself. Look outside of it and take what hasn't been done and apply that format into the MMA niche itself. And I've had some good success with that. Great upload. What are you going to do when you reach 1 million, Calvin? We're a long way away from that. I might be dead. I touch wood, obviously. But I don't know. I listen, we're trying to get 100K right now, and I don't want to idolize it too much because when you idolize a goal like that, when you hit it, you fall off the deep end a little bit mentally, and I want to make sure I don't do that. So I'm trying not to sort of, make this such a big thing. As cool as that will be, and as proud as I will be when that does happen, we'll see. Volk does have the speed advantage before his boxing is way better. It wouldn't matter. I disagree. I think Volk's striking is very good. If stars make fights, listen, you can say Poirier fared better against Makhachev than Volk did. Obviously, if you're talking about the second fight. But stars make fights. I think Volk beats him. I think the speed is there, personally. McGregor Chandler gets cancelled. What will the main event be? I don't think there will be a main event because I don't think the card will even happen at all. Don't tell me McGregor got injured, bro. We don't know. We don't know for sure why it's happening, but there's a lot of pointers saying that it's not going to. So that's my logic and my reasoning. We'll go and time for a little background change. We're gonna run back to just my... No. Where are we, man? Where's my what about there? Is that working? Hey, this is my OG. There we go. I like this one. I don't care what you lot say. Clues for next video. I actually mentioned on the podcast, I think. I did. So, I mentioned on the podcast. If you listen to the podcast, you can go find out. And I'm not going to tell you because that means you have to go and scroll through the whole thing to find it. Do I agree with the narrative that Sean Strickland is boring? Yes, I do. I think he's dull as dishwater, mate. I do. Sweat mayonnaise off spaghetti as your hair for the real life. Well, I value my hair massively, so I'd rather sweat mayo. I just make sure I don't sweat. You could probably surgically remove some fucking sweat glands or some shit. I don't know. Probably not, but I don't know. Which boxer's the best chance in an MMA bout? Ooh, tough one. Tough one. I mean, Terence Crawford. He's got a wrestling background, right? So I'd have to go Terence Crawford. McGregor pulls out so unfair on Chandler because he sat out and waited so long. I don't think is if it does not happen, I do think it will, just not 303, right? That would be my logic. At this point, Volk's had enough time off to be sharp and durable against Dustin. Yeah, but he's just been in a 5-round war and he's probably going to retire anyway. So at this point, it's becoming a fantasy fight, right? Do I like reading comics? Yeah, I used to read a fair bit. I used to love... The Walking Dead comics are fucking sick. If you haven't read them, the show is shit. Don't watch the show. It's terrible. But the comics, the graphic novels, I've got the entire collection of them. They're fucking awesome. They're all in black and white. They're so good. Connor pulls out is cancelled. If Chandler pulls out, they make Oliveira Connor. I don't know. Honestly, I think it's the only fight you can make is McGregor Chandler. It's been in the cooker for so long. It's been around, this has been think of how long the Ultimate Fighter was ago now. Right? So I don't think they can just replace it unless it's going to be on short notice, So I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Jiri would do it middleweight. If the cut's all right, he could do well, but I fear for his chin because he relies on his chin a lot. Realistically, he does. The way he fights, he's risky. He has his hands down. He gets hit a lot. And at light heavyweight, which is a bit more natural for him, he can take those shots. And middleweight, I'm not so sure. So I don't know. We're in agreement on 100% The Walking Dead comics being great and the show is shit. You're spitting, my man. You know it. Favorite of the UFC? Well, I'm not going to be dishonest and say I've been a fan for years and years and years because I'm not. I'm only 22. I got into the sport in 2018. So I can't sit and say I lived through the golden era, as some of the old veteran fans would say. But in terms of recent memory, if we go year by year, let's go which of these. I think last year was really awesome. But again, it feels like it gets better every year. Sometimes I get burnt out. Lockdown was great. I feel like 2020, 2021 was really fun. 2021 was awesome. The UFC 261 was probably my favorite card ever and still is. 2022, I got to go to my first ever event in Fight Night London, Aspinall Volkov. So that infinitely raised it up that year as well. So there's a lot of reasons you could pick different ones, right? But hey, plenty of good options. But era-wise, obviously, everyone talks about the dark age of the UFC in the early 2000s, etc. So people, different strokes, different folks, See, Jerry has been training with Shallow Monks. I didn't, but I'm not surprised in the sliced. He brings the fight. How could you be one of those? Who exactly? I will not stand this Strickland stand. It cost us backing up 25 minutes. Yeah, but Strickland did nothing to cut. He didn't cut him off very well. He was just following him around. Didn't cut him off. Every time he had Costa backed against the cage, he let him walk free. So it's exactly down to Strickland as much as it is Costa. Costa was fighting a game plan. Strickland was not capitalizing on the mistakes Costa was making. Instead, he was just content to jab and teep kick his way to victory. Thoughts on the Fallout show? I haven't seen it. It looks good, though. I'm surprised it looks good. I'm not huge on the games. I like 4. 3 is pretty good as well. I haven't played the others. Again, they're not my favorite games, but the show looks pretty good. I don't know. I'm not really huge on TV, I've always been more of a movie guy and games ahead of that. But I get like Leon's style and not Strickland's. I feel like that's pretty obvious. Strickland is not, I wouldn't say is just technically exciting to watch. Leon has a lot more tools at his disposal. He's much more varied. And he might say he doesn't get a lot of finishes, but he's always dangerous. And I will always stand by that. He can finish the fight with a lot of different ways. He has a lot of different weapons. And he's much more precise striker and he hits a lot harder. He's so much more exciting to watch. From a technical front, way more exciting than Strickland is. So for that to watch about, did Butch Ball and did play the games. Okay, maybe I'll give it a crack. What games? Anything, brother. I've been playing... I tried to start another Dark Souls 2 playthrough because I still haven't finished it. I've tried to play it through like 4 times and I just can't. I don't like it. But I love Dark Souls 3. It's like one of my favorite games ever. I finished my second Baldur's Gate playthrough. I'm playing a lot of Slay the Spire. The new Destiny expansion dropped, so I'm probably going to play that after this stream. Some other shit. I don't know. Listen, I love games, man. I could talk about games all fucking day. Little incentive for Sean to have a war? No, of course not. But he didn't do... You say that, but when you talk a big game as if you're going to do such a thing, and you say you're a man of principle, like Strickland says he is, and you say you're gonna go, we're gonna have a war, we're gonna go to war, and then you just sit there and jab and teep kick the entire time, and then blame it on Costa. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's down to you as well. He didn't capitalize, and then last 10 seconds he starts throwing jumping kicks to try and save face. It's like, it's not a good look. It ain't. Let's not get it twisted. It's not a good look. Leon is so boring. Please stop saying it's entertaining. I'm going to forever disagree with you there. I can't lie. Ever seen any of the Rockies? Yeah, I've seen the first two, and I've seen the Creed movies. Rocky 1, I think, is overrated. I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's incredible. Rocky 2, I love, though. I think Rocky 2 is really good. And the Creed movies, Creed 1 is excellent. Creed 2 is average. And Creed 3 is actually surprisingly decent. Not great. I wouldn't even say it's like a 6.5 out of 10, but it's actually a decent time. So is the second one, to be honest. Take Two out of war. Yeah, I do agree with that sentiment for the most part, but Strickland had those opportunities to capitalize. He did. They were open for him, and he had 25 minutes to do it, and he didn't take him. Love Strickland's performance, respect greatness. You can't tell me it was a fun fight to watch, Northender. Let's not joke around here. And I don't think technically it was that exciting as well. Strickland had about three moves he was using the entire fight. I said this before this fight even happened. I said, why the hell did they make it 25 minutes? What insane person decided, let's make that 5 rounds? Because you know exactly what's going to happen. It'll be Costa looking dangerous. Sorry, apologies. Costa looking dangerous for a round and a half. And then he'll lose the pop on his punches, gas out, and Strickland will not get the finish for the next 3.5 rounds and just jab and teep kick his way to a win. Boring. I'm not a Strickland hater. I don't like the guy. I disagree with most of the things he says. But I can't discredit him, man. He won the belt, with incredible performance over Adesanya. I will always say that. But let's not say, we can't lie to ourselves and say he was on the right end, and when that came out, his stock's gone down, I think, as a result of that. I do. Drippy, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We try out here. What did make a Dana meet Ryan Jones when asked about Islam's performance? Yeah, dumb as fuck, Ivo. Dumb as hell. I've said my piece on Jones many a time. I said how I feel about him and all that jazz. Yeah, it's not a good look. Where in the lightweight ranking should Conor be, riches and popularity aside? Not in the top 15. When's the last time he fought? I mean, no. I mean, top 15, maybe he stays in there, but no, he shouldn't be. Yeah, he shouldn't be high up, is my point. Strickland only needed a win to secure his title fight. Why would he go full Max Holloway and bang it out? He doesn't have to go full out and bang it out Max Holloway. I just mean be a bit more predatory. Look for the finish. It was there for him. I'm sorry. The finish was there for him so many times. There was every time he had Costa backed up against the fence, he had him in trouble, and he was clipping him. And then he'd land one and then let Costa walk free. I'm sorry, that's happened so many times in that fight. You can't say otherwise. It's true. He hating on Strickland's performance more than on Costa's? No, I don't think Costa fought a fight. Maybe the wrong game plan, sure, but he was always trying to win. He was looking for that finish. The leg kicks were adding up. He was looking okay, but Strickland was just the better fighter. I will say that Strickland had a better performance. Doesn't mean it was a great one. I'll just say that. It was the fight went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Even with Strickland talking the big game of we're going to have a war, etc., etc. I knew how the fight was going to go. It was going to be Strickland jabbing his head off and doing nothing for 25 minutes. That's what happened. I'm not going to go in circles around it anymore than I already am. But you know what I'm saying. Costa needed to push the pace. He had way too more to gain than Strickland had everything to lose. Listen, there's both sides. I understand the sort of takes. I get it. Listen, we can both have our opinions. That's the game. We're allowed. In where I live, we're allowed to have opinions. So it's a free country, right? Costa was looking for the finish at 302. He was. Of course he was. Guy hits pretty hard. He was throwing that big looping overhand right a few times. And that left hook was money for him early. I don't know why he didn't use that more. That's one thing I would criticize him for. That left hook was there for him. And I wanted to see more high kicks, to be honest. Same in the main event. I wanted Makhachev to use more high kicks. Honestly, that was something I wanted from both fights. I ain't mad about it at all. It's just my opinion, isn't it? Strickland's fight's the same fight every time. Yeah, I agree with that. Why didn't Costa prepare better? Costa needs to have a better game. Yeah, I agree. I think both people can have bad performances, I think. Even if there's one winner. I think both of them could have had bad performances. And I wouldn't say Strickland was bad. It was just disappointing when you talk a big game like that. That's it. Brits are free. Well, yeah, we do live in a democratic country, so yes. It's a free country over here, thankfully. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess so. I guess you could argue that. Listen, I wouldn't have too much of a problem with it if he didn't talk all this big hype that he always does, and then do the same thing every fight. That's the only thing I'd say, So, because the Costa was leaving those openings for the finish, he was. So that was, that's why I think Strickland could have got it. My theory on the press has been cancelled is because Conor got criminal charges on him in Ireland. I gotta lay down the law. I reckon the card will go ahead. Has Conor got criminal charges on him in Ireland? Is that true? I don't know about that. I think Machev's main kicking leg was the one with Staff. I don't know if it's an obstacle. Yeah, I don't think that would affect it too much. I don't know. I never had Staff, so I don't know. Dawson Rishi's national service? Yeah, dumb as shit. What the hell are they doing with that? I mean, I ain't gonna. Let's not delve into politics too much, but you know who I'm not voting for. I think who could beat Alex at light heavyweight? Ankalaev. I think Ankalaev takes him down, and I think he submits him. I get your point, Leo. I was also pissed that they advertised the co-main at the fireworks. Yeah, exactly. That pissed me off because we all knew it wasn't going to be that. We know what Strickland's like, and we know Costa's got pillow hands after the first round and a half. It's true. Listen, he hits hard until he gasses out, and then he doesn't. So we knew that fight was going to go 25 minutes. Hence why I was pissed that it was 5 rounds for no reason. Yeah, I envisioned it as well. So that's what kind of annoyed me, I guess. Read there are SA charges on him. I didn't know about that. I wouldn't color me not surprised. Islam said he was going to make Dustin look easy. You're not critiquing him. Yeah, that's a fair point actually. But no, but you say that Poirier gave him some good adversity. Costa offered nothing for Strickland. Let's not take it. Let's not take the piss here. Strickland. I always say this. Strickland has the highest striking defense in the sport. I believe stat for stat. And I knew Costa wouldn't have anything from that fight. And Strickland knew it while he was in the cage. And he still didn't try and get the finish. He didn't even try. I'm not hating, man. I'm not hating. It's just a matter of opinion. You must understand high-level elite fighting. He's not going to get himself knocked out. No, of course I agree with that. I do agree with that. But at least you should show some level of urgency and, I don't know, a bit of just push yourself to get that finish. I don't understand, man. Luke Diaz is 5 rounds. I hope that's a joke because that's legalized murder. I'm sorry. Strickland forced Costa to back up with the teep, but barely threw anything big, even though he landed almost every time he's tried. Yeah, it was when he'd throw the teep, which is nice, and he'd get him backed up against the fence, and he'd throw like maybe 1 or 2 half-assed little hooks, and then let Costa just circle out. And that was the entire fight. Do you watch MMA outside of the UFC? Not like hardcore, but yeah, I always tune into little stuff. I like PFL, one championship. But again, I'm not mega fans. Will BSD become champion? No, I don't think so. He's a good fighter, but no. He speaks facts. I don't know. I hate someone who speaks how they feel. I'm not hating on him, bro. I just said I disagree with most of the things he says, but that's not why, and that's kind of why I dislike him. But I also don't really like his fighting style. But I don't hate him. Listen, we can disagree. We can be civil. We can disagree on opinions, and I can do the same thing with Strickland. You can like him. I don't have to. But I said I respect him for winning the belt in a huge upset against one of the sport's greats. I always say that. And Clive and I still feel Hill could beat Alex in a rematch. I say that too. I think so. I think that fight's just stylistic. It's intrinsically a close matchup, just style for style between Jamal and Pereira. Yeah, Pereira knocked him out. That doesn't mean the rematch wouldn't be equally as dominant. You get caught, you get caught. Wait, Parker with Shamil Gazayev for 303 main event. I'd shoot myself, I think. That better not demonetize me. Connor Cooked, SB, that looks like the possibility, my man. Update on Connor, you asking me or is there an update? I'm sorry, I think he's watching. Yeah, let's not take the piss here. Well, I think you are. Holland gave Trump the N-word pass. Is that... Yeah, he did say that, didn't he? Yeah. That's something Kevin Holland would do. That favors Diaz. In case you didn't know, he went to the Lord with a neck injury. Apparently, that's why he was throwing in slow motion. Bro, he's 40 years old. Let's not get it twisted here. Come on, mate. He's not having... Oh, you're asking? Yes, you can't pre-order the pay-per-view anymore. You can't do that. The free fight promotion with Nate Diaz on YouTube is privated. It's not on channel anymore. And I keep forgetting the last one. What was the last one, guys? Press conference got cancelled, and there was one more that I missed. I don't know, but there's a lot of pointers coming in. Regulars aren't here. Streamers feel fun. Oh, come on, man. We're trying. Heard of Cedric Dumba? Yes, I have. I like what he's doing. Weird end to not his last fight, but the one before, wasn't it? Which had a huge amount of hype around it. So credit to him for being able to sell that. It's rare you get stars that big outside of the UFC. Paul Hughes comes to mind. He's another one. But, mate. I mean... Cedric Dumba's doing a lot of good things. I'm sure he'll be in the UFC at some point. Don't respect him. No, you're on a live stream trashing him. I mean, mate, I think you're deep in it too much. Can't lie. You're deep in it too much. I could disagree with him, and I can say a lot of things I don't like. I'm not trashing him. I just think he could have had a better performance. That's literally it. I don't hate the guy. Don't shoot on camera. It's been done before. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't want to watch any dark web videos. Check Discord for proof Diaz is Luque. I believe you. It's not like I don't believe you. Got any beating dog shit out of Luque till he quits? No. No, he's 40 years old. I know Luque's getting on a bit as well, but 40 years old at that division, no chance. No chance. Oh, apologies. Oh, there's another one coming. Oh, no, we're good. Islam versus Conor, any chance? If miraculously Conor beats Chandler, if that fight even ever happens, then yeah, that could probably happen. Back in Nick and Tony for that car blueprint. Imagine if they both win. My God, what timeline will we be in? Oh my God, MMA is such a strange sport, and that's why we love it, I guess, right? Of course, got that judge on the side for his perfect moonwalk. Real. Luque and Diaz is 5 rounds, found this out by whistle. Yeah, I mean, I think he just said that as well. So, 5 rounds. It just shouldn't be legal. That shouldn't be happening. Like, why? Luque had a brain bleed, including not the same. Yeah, that is true. He hasn't been the same since that, but he'd still be better than Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is just fighting for a paycheck. I'm gonna level with you, mate. He's fighting for a paycheck. Nick versus Tony, number contender. No. Curse video was very good. Can you give a shout out to my friend? This better not be bait, but I will. Amber Singh. All right, there you go. Shout out to Amber Singh. I got to be careful. The only reason I say that is because I've been baited a few times. But shout out to your friend. But thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Tony wins or Conor loses, they should match them and have a double retirement. Imagine. No. Frederick, what's up? Conor needs to fight Leon Islam. He KOs both. No. No. Come on, guys. This chat is rapidly degrading into nonsense. Nonsense. I'm bussing. Is it? Brilliant. Leo, when does Nick does exactly what I tell you, he's going to come and give me my credit? If he does, I will give you your flowers, mate. I will. I 100% will. I'll hold the L, but I just don't see it happening. I know you talk about him going to that fight with Lawler injured, but mate, if that's the case, why is he fighting anyway? He shouldn't be fighting. I just no. And he was, that was a couple of years ago now. He's 40 now, mate. I'm sorry, I don't see it happening. If it does, fair fucking play, but I just can't. So he'll beat Casey, then Gaethje, then get a title shot and beat Islam, and then cool could be about making a comeback to fight. That would be a 1 in a million. Generally, probably more than that, actually, for the odds of that happening. Diaz getting the brakes beaten off him? I do think so. Fun fact, there's some fighter named Amber somewhere, one of the few Indian fighters. What's the one, that Indian fighter in the UFC got locked out by Mike Breeden? Something Jubilee or something. He had a lot of hype around him too, didn't he? I don't know. Oh yeah, look what I got here. I showed this on the podcast. I'm going to plug this again. This is so cool, actually. This is the brand I was working with, Man to Sleep. It's like a Bluetooth headphones with the built into the sleep mask. It's pretty cool. I've actually been using this a lot. I know everybody on like a sponsor video says, "Oh, I love this product and shit." Genuinely, I've actually been using this like every night. It's fucking great. I love it. So shout out to them. You can use my promo code Cooper MMA. Just go to the Curses video if you want to go and buy one. I don't actually get anything from that, so I don't really know why I'm plugging it, to be honest. That's dumb. If you get my point. Jubilee, yeah, okay. Ansel Jubilee. What do you make of Islam? What will make Islam the GOAT of UFC? I think he'd have to get a couple more title defenses and then double champ status. I think that would... The thing is, the difference is no fighters ever really... DC's probably the closest in terms of become a double champ and had a sustained defense of either or potentially even both of the belts. No one's done that. McGregor is the perfect example of the opposite. He was double champ but didn't even defend. Who else has been double champ? Nunes. I guess Nunes did, but again, women's MMA is a bit of a different conversation. Who else is there? Cejudo, he had 1 or 2 title defenses, didn't he? For the bantamweight division, he'd beat Cruz and someone else, if that. Yeah, that's my point. So if Islam's able to do that, then wow. I think he's definitely in that conversation. But I don't think he gets past Leon. Someone say one was elite. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I tried to be just, good excuse to use the camera a little bit, but I thought it'd be funny. With the little tail of the tape. Was it the tail of the tape music I used? I can't remember. Or something like that. Best comeback ever, Breen Jubilee. Yeah, he started barking at him, didn't he? Oh my God, I'm like scratching my nose. It looks like I've snorted a few lines. I haven't. I've got a cold. DC's title defenses were trash. DC defended heavyweight telling Derek Lewis. No, that's not a trash title defense. It's never a trash title defense. Derek Lewis has the most knockouts in UFC history. It's not a trash title defense. That guy is instantly dangerous. And he beat Anthony Johnson. How are you calling that trash? Anthony Johnson is probably the scariest man ever to not lift the belt, and potentially just period, in the UFC, if you don't include Ngannou. And even then, I think that's a very close debate. I don't know how you can call DC's title defenses trash. Crazy take. I mean, Ozdemir, I'll give you, that was kind of shit. But who else did he beat at light heavyweight, or was that it? I mean, no, you can't call him trash. If anything, I say his defense resume is better than a lot of champions, right? In the Middle East, bro, barked him, then knocked him out after getting dulled for 2 rounds. Yeah, that's based as fuck. Sponsorship was very well made. Love the way you actually made it fun to watch. Yeah, I wanted to. I know it was a little bit tonally dissonant with the video, because the video was all kind of serious and shit and brooding, but I thought it would be fun, right? I want to make it somehow engaging, at least a little bit. Still title defense, correct? He's dangerous as fuck. Exactly. Again, and I agree. A title defense is a title defense. It doesn't matter who's against. Defending your title, it adds the extra stakes in there. The challenger, even if you might be above them in skill-wise, is going to be up for it. They're going to be up for it and ready. So anyone who defends their title deserves credit. Anyone who wins the title, anyone who is even in the UFC deserves credit, because that in itself is very difficult, and a lot of people don't realize that. It's so difficult to get into the UFC. You're better. You're in the 1% already when you're in the UFC. Think about Connor's explosiveness. He would run circles around Aspinall and drop him with the left hand. I'm not even entertaining that one. Because of the title defense, I'm just saying Lewis was cherry picked for Cormier so he could defend his double champ status. I mean, that might be true, but let's not sit here and say it was a bad title defense as you said it was, because it's not. Derek Lewis is a very, very dangerous man. Which fight do you have in Oldberg versus Hill? I love that matchup. It's a shame we don't get Roundtree. It's a shame we didn't get Roundtree versus Hill, because I love watching Roundtree fight. He's one of my favorite fighters. And do I think Hill can get a revenge? I do. I picked Hill in the first fight, and I held the L there. But again, I always stand by. I think that matchup's close because of the style. I like Oldberg a lot, though. I think I'm very high on Oldberg, and I actually think he probably gets it done against Jamal. I do. But it looks like that fight might not even happen with 303 on the fence, right? So we don't know. Worst UFC curse to have on you as a fighter? I mean, which one? I mean, the EA game cover curse is, apart from John Jones, literally claimed everybody. So I'd probably go with that. Call for a round and finish Aspinall Blades. I think Aspinall's going to knock him out in the first round. I do. I mean, the logic dictates you pick the first round, because Aspinall's barely been out of the first round in his fights. I think the only times he has been out of the first round was Arlovsky. He finished him in the second, or was it the third round? I think it was second or third round, but he definitely went out of the first. And I believe there's one more. And if that. And every single one of his other fights have come by finish and have come in the first round. And I think he will chin Blades. I think Blades' chin has probably gone a little bit. I think Aspinall will put him away with a 1-2 down the pipe, same way he took out Pavlovich. I do. And if he doesn't do that, he'll rock him and then submit him. And if he doesn't do that, he'll just straight up take him down and submit him. I do. I don't think Blades has anything for him now. I think in their initial bout, that fight would have been closer. But I think Aspinall's come levels above since then. So I do think Aspinall will put him away early. Venom last night, sorry, I did. I'm not crazy about it. I don't like the Venom films. I think it's just CGI fests. Do I train MMA? Yeah, I train jiu-jitsu, but again, on and off, because of medical stuff. I've been out of the game for like a year, but I loved it. I was probably not far off my blue belt. I reckon I was training nogi, so there was no belt, so I don't know, but I reckon I was around a blue belt. I'm around a blue belt level. I don't want to put myself on a pedestal too high, but maybe close to a blue belt level. That's probably what I'd say. Again, there was some holes in my game though, so that's something you got to work on. As Kevin Lee would say, holes in the game. Bad side events could have been a bit too harsh, but don't compare Derek Lewis to other worthy number one contenders. I agree with that. We can, Larry, we can compromise there. Corner should just get to light heavyweight. He could take out Alex. Okay. No, I'm not Freddie. I might just stop reading everything you're saying in here, my man. Costagas is pretty wild. Yeah, but Islam broke it. So there you go. As I expected he would. Ilarlovsky goes and he gave Aspinall the hardest fight. He's underrated, I'll say that. He's very underrated. Former UFC champion, people forget. Former champion. So, he's underrated in a lot of ways. I wouldn't say he gave Aspinall his hardest fight. I mean, I think Pavlovich did. Pavlovich probably had him in the most trouble. I know he got slept, but Pavlovich hit him with his hardest shot. And that shows you how good Aspinall is. That's the metric we're using is that one shot dictates who's had the best performance against Aspinall. Is clipping him once. Aspinall's knee was probably the best thing to come from for his career. Yeah, he says it himself, the surgery. Going through that, the surgery, improving himself mentally just as much physically. He said it before, he's a far better fighter now than he ever was, and he would have been without the injury. Cover curse got Jones. What are you talking about? How did he get Jones? It didn't get Jones. How did the cover curse get Jones? He hasn't lost. I mean, he technically has one on his record, right? But I don't know if that counts, so Damn, why is my green screen tweaking all of a sudden? We got to up the... Where art thou? Where art thou? There we go. Let's just pattern this up a little bit. There we go. Connor's a beast. Can't see everywhere. Okay, no. Do I Street Beast? I used to back in the day. Street Beast is always kind of good. Fighting UFC fight, someone I arranged $15 million and bet that my money on my opponent and I lost the fight deliberately and made $30 million. Isn't that good investment? Yeah, you probably get done for fight fixing though, I reckon. Do you get Tom versus Jones? I wish, Larry. I really wish. I've said it many times. I'd be dying for that fight, but I don't see happening. I have to go them out. No worries. We're only going to be on for a few more minutes, VC. So thank you so much for being here. Good night to you as well. Have a good one. Oh, I just full screen my thing. Yeah, have a good one. Thank you for being here. Hill sleeps Jury in the first, second. Bold claim. I think he can definitely beat him. But again, as a matchup I'd like to see. I mean, we nearly did see it. But hey, who knows? I will make it legit. I don't think you can, Ari. Asper gets... No. Chandler's more cut than Connor. I mean, he's old. They're both old. But Chandler is older than people realise. He's only 38, 39 now. Hit and run. I was after UFC 1 cover. Yeah, that's different though. I'm talking about in the cage. Would you probably pick the current McGregor to beat Chase Hooper? Fuck no, bro. I mean, no, fuck no's. Sorry. I don't know. Chase Hooper, speaking on him though, quickly, he has looked excellent coming in his most recent fights. You know, really come on. He's obviously filled out his frame as he's gotten older, as we would expect, and he's clearly shown the improvements too. Like him to do a lot. Isn't he 3-fight win streak now? 4-fight win streak? Good win in his last one. I was trolling. Yeah, no, I know. Don't you worry about that. Jerry can't box, he can fight. Yeah, and it's sometimes in MMA, that's just what you need, right? That is literally what you need. You don't need much. Chandler lost 2 crucial years due to corner fight. Yeah, I know. Imagine how active he could have been. Maybe that's for the best, though, because he always takes a fuck ton of damage. So maybe that was for the best. I don't know. Pretty crazy, right? Crazy how the sport goes. Conor has 3 fights. Who should he pick? He's being smart. This is implying if he wins them. If he beats Chandler, I reckon they'll just... I genuinely do. I stand by this. I think they'll throw him the title shot against Leon or Islam. I do think they'll do that because they've got to maximize any last bit of revenue out of him. And on a big pay-per-view like that, mate, they'll be laughing to the bank. It's a money game at the end of the day. You just got to... I think logically what the UFC would do, what's going to make the most money. McGregor versus Makhachev is going to make a fuck ton of money. Think about the narrative. Khabib's protege, the second in line, his, Conor's old nemesis, the next generation. And Khabib in the corner. Think about it. Come on. Like, it writes itself. I don't even need to explain that to all of you guys. Think how many... That will probably sell more... That might sell more than 229. I really do. Think Oldberg can sleep Hill. So do I. I think Oldberg is very good. I've said it for a long time. In fact, and I have proof of that. I said this in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, by the way, I should have plugged it earlier. I'm going to plug it now. We talk regularly in there. But I was going to say, I did a prospects video about a year ago. It might be longer than that now, actually. And I did one prospect for each weight division. And I picked Carlos Oldberg. Because I am a visionary of the game. If you aren't in the Discord, go check it out. Go join. We have good combos in there. Pretty chill when I'm in there time to time chatting with all of you. So off stream, you want to ask me a question. If you just want to reach out to me about something quite serious, or not even serious, but something important, or you want advice on anything, content creation, if you guys are into that at all, shoot me on Instagram. Shoot me a message on Instagram because I'm much more, not I guess civil is the word, but I'm much more, a bit more formal on there. So shoot me a message on Instagram if you've got any advice, anything you want to ask me questions. Shoot on there. But again, for regular chats, we're in the Discord in there. Nathaniel Wood has a sim. You should name him Chase. A son. Didn't he just have a kid? Or did he have a daughter? A son or a daughter? I don't know. 2024 Leon versus 2015 Conor would have been great. Leon would have battered him. Leon would batter him. Merab versus Sugar Sean. I got Sugar Sean by knockout in first round. I do. Oh, first or second round. Truly, I think Merab's chinny, and I think Sean will clip him on the way in. How much money, according to you, should top UFC prospect get? Tell numbers. What do you mean? Oh, top UFC. I mean, irrespective of prospects, I just think baseline pay should be up. It should be. Think about the press conference. Islam was Conor probably most sold pay-per-view. You might see another bus tag. I don't think we'll see that, but I do potentially agree with the first statement. Hill might be coming back too soon. Yeah, I agree. That is true, actually. It's definitely a good point. He was already coming back too quick for 300, but they forced him onto it for 300. He probably got paid all right. I work 10 to 12 hours a day and your videos help another. Thank you. Rio, that's no sweat, brother. I'm glad you enjoy them. Merab by submission? No, I don't think so. Merab hasn't got great submission threat. He's a good cardio machine. He's like the bantamweight Colby. So no, I don't think Merab would sub Sean. I think Sean's jiu-jitsu is actually underrated. I go as far to say. Any version of McGregor wouldn't be able to walk for weeks for a fight after a fight against Leon. I totally agree with that. I think Leon would probably elbow the fuck out of him and then put him away. Maraba's never gotten a submission ever. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't even think of one. People underestimate short grappling. They do. Right, I'm going to answer like a couple more, and then I'm going to jump off, get a little bit more editing done, and then I'm probably going to try out the new Destiny expansion because it just dropped. Why think every fight wants to fight Conor? Is it for the money or improving the resume? I think you know the answer to that, mate. Let's be real here. What does every UFC fighter want in this game? As much as they want to be champion, they want to get paid. It's the first one. It's the first one, man. It's the first one. I'm going to beat him up. I agree. Yeah, Ria, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad they give you some time away from the monotony of the working life. It's tough. So I'm glad my video's a small window in that, you know. Mali's gonna beat up Merab. Yeah, I read that already. Whitaker or Shemaev. Whitaker if it goes past the second round. Shemaev in the first two. That's my logic. I couldn't pick a winner. Whitaker will out cardio him if he survives. Same way I said, exactly the same way I saw the Strickland Costa fight playing out. I said if Costa doesn't put him away early, Strickland will take over and 100% he'll win. So I stand by it with Whitaker Shemaev. Anyway, everybody, this has been a fucking awesome stream. This has been some of the most lively chat we've had in here. So I appreciate the love. It's been a fucking awesome time. So thank you, everybody. Stream again on Thursday. There won't be a Sunday stream, sadly, because I am away. But there will be one on Thursday, so that's going to be fun. Oh, Adam. All right, I'll answer yours. Bro, not to be too intrusive, but can you make a full-time living of what you do? Your vids are great. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. And also thanks to all of you, as I said. Yeah, at the moment, okay, I don't want to, talk numbers and everything too much. But we are slowly getting there. It's not enough at the moment. So at the moment, it's more of a side hustle, but we're working towards it. I'm putting all my resources and my effort into it. So hopefully soon. But yes, you can. Of course you. And YouTubers can be full-time. So that's the plan. That's all thanks to all of you. And thank you for the love. I appreciate it. I appreciate a lot from all of you. Hope you all have a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. Stay hydrated, as the now retired Dustin Poirier would say. And yeah, I will see you all on Thursday and for the video on Friday. Have a good one, everybody. I will see you later. Cheers.